Hi, today I'm going to do the final module reflection over interactive gaming in education. So the first question is, what are your thoughts to gamification of education? Do you feel these games could be used to teach students content, or are they simply a way to entertain? My thoughts on using interactive games and games on the internet for education is I think they are a great resource for reviewing reviewing content that has been learned in the classroom. So for example, say Monday the teacher teaches the lesson, they do an assignment, Tuesday they do a packet over it, and then maybe once they finish their packet, or on Wednesday for an assignment, then they get to play the games. I feel like it's a good way to review all the content. I don't think a kid will necessarily learn what they need to fully grasp the content if they learn it newly fresh from a game. I think it's a great way to just review the content learned. But yes, I do plan to use them in my future classroom. And then what examples can you think of to use games in your future classroom? One example, I would only use them to review. So using PowerPoints like we made for this module, abc.com, a bunch of different internet game resources, but make sure they're education related, and I would like them to be specifically to go along with the lesson that was just previously taught. And number 2, what template did you use and what kind of interactive game did you develop? So the template I used was a Gone Fishing template. It was a PowerPoint template, and I used it to create a review of the vocabulary words that the 6th grade class would have to know for the upcoming test. So I had 20 vocab words, and I would ask the question, which vocab word means, and then give the definition, and then they'd have 2 to choose from, the right answer and the wrong answer. And then it also had all those inserts in the PowerPoint, and if they chose the right one, they get a fish, they caught a fish, and if they choose the wrong one, they have to go back and do the question again. And then, was the template user-friendly? What problems did you experience? I thought this template was really user-friendly, super easy to edit, to put in my own vocab words and my questions. It only came with 13 questions. That was the only problem. It only came with the ability to have 13 questions, but all I did was duplicate each slide until I got to 20 questions, and then I edited it all, and it turned out great. So I really didn't have any problems besides that. It did take a little extra time, but still, it was a very reasonable amount of time to be able to create that for a review for the whole class. Number 3, what are some examples of ways you could use interactive PowerPoint games in your future classroom? I think interactive PowerPoints, when I was in school, we used those for reviews for tests, and I think that's how I'm going to use them. I think that was great. A very fun way to review the content that was already previously learned, and that is how I plan to use them. So thanks for listening.